The Buddhist Lake Vineyard in Kedah is touted to be the largest vineyard in Southeast Asia. Covering 36 acres of land area, the Buddhist Lake Vineyard produces 4 varieties of grapes: White Malaga, Black Grape, Black Opal, and Loose Pelite. The vineyard, which has about 35 workers, is owned and operated by Excel Agrotech Private Limited. Before it was turned into a vineyard, the area was actually a rubber estate. The first vineyard was built in November 2007, and it began operating in January the following year. The harvested grapes are made into 20 grape products ranging from juice to shower creams. A kilogram of grapes is sold at the vineyard for about 25 ringgit. These healthy table grapes give consumers a variety of unique tastes and flavors. The grapes, which originated from Hat Yai, Thailand, were first planted inside a building using a transparent plastic covering, as grapes are sensitive to excessive rainwater. Currently, the operator runs a 6-month cycle to produce the fruit, which is fertilized for 2 months. Dried cow dung is used as fertilizer for the soil, and the vines are pruned after the 2 months. The whole process has to be done manually, as Malaysia does not enjoy a 4-season climate. The average lifespan of a grape plant is 10 to 15 years, and that gentle music would be played at the vineyard, as it apparently helps the vines produce better fruits. The vineyard receives an average of between 2,000 and 3,000 visitors a month, and the best time to visit it is between October and December. Kedah Menteri Besar Datuk Mukris Mahathir, who visited the area recently, said areas around the Buddhist Lake is a potential location to be developed as another tourist attraction in the state. The development would be like a 3-pronged approach, namely ecology, agro, and tourism. The existence of the vineyard provides an edge to the area because of the out-of-field agricultural sector that is capable of increasing their earnings in terms of agriculture output and also tourism. Crocodile skin golf bags and lamps and tissue boxes made out of cinnamon sticks. These are just some of the exotic arts and crafts which have gone on show at the Indonesian Fashion and Crafts Fair in Jakarta. Small and medium arts and crafts companies from all over Indonesia are getting the chance to show their original products to a wider audience here. The 150 companies exhibiting at the Indonesian Arts and Crafts 2013 fair have packed their bags with traditional and contemporary items made from native materials. Small and medium enterprises, SMEs, are growing in Indonesia. But a lack of funding for these types of firms, especially outside the island of Java, seat of the country's capital Jakarta, is limiting their opportunities. Rafidin Abdul, a vendor from the eastern Indonesian province of West Papua, has been creating unique merchandise from crocodile skin for over 30 years. His products range from $30 wallets to $3,500 golf bags. They also include a traditional tribal headpiece adorned with Papua's native bird Cendrawasih, or bird of paradise. But Abdu says he can increase his sales back home. He now ships his merchandise to the resort island of Bali after spotting a big appetite for his crocodile skin products among European tourists. Abdu hopes events like this one in Jakarta will lead him directly to the heart of the European market. The famous Indonesian batiks are well represented here, alongside traditional woven fabrics, silver jewelry, and luxury pearls. These small export-oriented firms were born from the 1998 crisis of the so-called Asian tiger economies. Since then, their market share has grown significantly due to Indonesia's large population, up to 4% of GDP in 2012, but it could go much further. The Indonesian Ministry of Industry is beginning to recognize their potential. New patents are being issued to ensure quality standards. Novice entrepreneurs are being offered training and technical assistance. The government is also considering funding SME exhibitions abroad. But loans from banks in Indonesia typically carry interest rates up to 12 to 14% annually, while in other Southeast Asian countries it remains under 5%. A big gap between low and high productivity, skilled and semi-skilled workers are a challenge for Indonesia's small export companies. Uwais Saida, Director General of Small and Medium Industry at the Indonesian Ministry of Industry, says the country needs a new framework to overcome these obstacles. Indonesia's cultural richness produces an array of arts and crafts. Ingenious designers are producing unique decorating pieces combining tradition and modernity, like these unusual lamps and tissue boxes made out of cinnamon sticks. The Cambodian Angkor Heritage Management Framework, the Apsara National Authority, has launched Best Angkor Sunsets, an initiative which includes a new website and brochures designed to support conservation of the Angkor site while meeting the needs of operators and visitors. The Australian government and the Cambodia government, supported by UNESCO, initiated the Heritage Management Framework project in 2008 in response to a dramatic increase in tourism, new environmental challenges, and the rapid development of the communities neighboring Cambodia's Angkor World Heritage Site. The Best Angkor Sunsets initiative is one of the 4 pilot projects being developed under the Heritage Management Framework. Best Angkor Sunsets presents more than 30 sunset options to visitors at Angkor. Its website, www.angkorsunsets.com, allows visitors and operators to search for sunset options that meet different requirements. Some 2,400 new trees have been planted on 2 hectares of land in Siem Reap province in Cambodia on July 4th by local forestry administration and provincial council. The event was held as a part of the participation of Coming Tree Day, which was celebrated nationwide on July 9th, 2013, aiming to raise awareness of the importance of trees and environment. An official participated in the event said that it was an activity that could promote deep understanding among the local resident in preserving the trees for sustainable development. The loss of forests has created some difficulties for local residents who mostly consist of farmers vulnerable to floods and severe droughts. In the Philippines, the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority, or MMDA, recently launched a new technology known as the Traffic Mirror, or ICTV, which aims to serve the people better using real-time traffic feed. By visiting their website, mmda.nowplanet.tv, motorists, car owners, drivers, commuters, as well as authorities can now view the current traffic situation via the internet in their phones and other electronic devices. The ICTV is expected to be an added aid to traffic monitoring agencies and civilians in case of accidents. MMDA Chairman Francis Tolentino added that this project would prove beneficial to the public as it aims to awaken civil responsibility and awareness. "14 events were competed in Brunei Darussalam, the national traditional boat race, which was held at the Water Sports Complex in Serasa. It was participated by a number of teams from Brunei Darussalam and attracted paddlers from the Malaysian states of Sabah and Sarawak. The highlight of the day was the open marathon, 30 paddlers to vie for the Sri Dewa Trophy. The Sayang Lawas team grabbed the trophy. Second and third place went to the Ministry of Industry and Primary Resources team and the Sinaran Sunda team. Prizes were presented by the Minister of Industry and Primary Resources, Awang Haji Yahya. The event was organized by the National Boat Race Association with the cooperation of the Youth and Sports Department. "60 children in Singapore were in for a treat when they got to spend time with former England captain David Beckham. Beckham was in town to lend his support for Marina Bay Sands' Sands for Singapore festival. The recently retired midfielder also signed a Paris Saint-Germain jersey, which will be auctioned off for charity. Beckham spent close to an hour with 60 children from the Guardian Academy, a local sports institution, and students from the Singapore Association for the Deaf's affiliated schools. A Muay Thai martial art contest was launched in Bangkok to persuade the young to practice Muay Thai boxing and refrain from drugs. Privy Councillor General Pichit Kulavanit opened the contest at a sports field under the Ram Intra Art Narong Expressway in Wang Thong Lang district of Bangkok. Over 200 young contestants competed in Muay Thai teacher worshipping dances, Muay Thai boxing skills, and Muay Thai music dances. Colonel Virapul Paidprasit, coordinator of the Kru Swa boxing field, said the activity was organized under the Thai's Queen Sirikit's instruction to use sports to encourage Thai youngsters to preserve Thai arts and cultures. Muay Thai boxing is chosen for the activity because the sport is cheap and affordable by the lower income group. The Kru Swa boxing field was introduced in July 1999 and is open for free classes to youth and children from 10 a.m. to noon on Saturdays. The facility has attracted a large number of parents and children. 7 branches of such facilities are now open in Bangkok, and over 1,000 youngsters are learning Muay Thai boxing. The organizer is planning to expand to drug-prone communities in the future to curb drug addiction. Pot-bellied Thai policemen have a new solution to their weight problem. A 12-day fitness boot camp aimed to help them shed some pounds. The person who loses the most weight at the end of the program will get $160 cash prize. 51 Thai policemen and 9 policewomen from all over Thailand have joined the camp at a police training center in suburban Bangkok. They participate in regimented exercise routines, eat small portions of low sugar, low sodium food, and attend lectures on nutrition and healthy living. Participants begin their day with a 5 a.m. jog. The rest of the day is filled with lectures, yoga classes, aerobic dance exercises, and Tai Chi. Last year's annual checkup showed more than 3/4 of approximately 200,000 police officers in Thailand were facing health problems. The top 5 conditions were high cholesterol, liver disorder, obesity, high blood pressure, and high uric acid. Thai agriculture officials launched a campaign on cost reduction techniques in rice growing for farmers in Samut Sakhon province. In the pilot project of the campaign, agriculturists and experts have 6 techniques of rice farming on the list of do's and don'ts aiming to increase farmers' income. The recommended practices includes using high-quality rice seeds, growing rice only twice a year, and making balance sheet. On the other side of the list, farmers learn of unproductive practices such as overuse of rice seeds per growing area, unnecessary use of chemical fertilizer, and pesticides.